Hi guys, we are at part 3, level 3 of your initial training to slay the literature review lion. And for those of you at the University of Belize, we have a special treat, which is Ebscohost, and this is really your secret weapon. So this is a small tutorial on how to use Ebscohost. Let's get started. All right, so we are at the Ebscohost page. The password and user ID has already been inserted, and as a student of the University of Belize, you should have this. If you are enrolled in the Research Methods course, then of course that has already been provided to you. So I'm going to click sign in, and this is the first page that will show up. We are going to click Ebscohost Research Databases. So here we have the basic list of databases. You can select which database you want to use. If you're a business student, for example, and you want to focus on business only, you might want to use the business database. So when I say database, what do I mean? These databases that you see here are all collections of research articles and information. So Business Source Complete is one collection, Business Source Premier is another collection, and Caribbean Search is another collection. So this list that we see here is a list of collections, really. So that's what databases are. You can choose to select a specific database, or you can scroll all the way to the top and click select all. What this will do, though, is that it will take a little bit longer for you to find your information or for the articles to load. Either way, it can be helpful if you are looking at very general topics. So if you're not a business student or you're looking at a very general topic, you might want to select all. Now here we have our search area, and here you would plug in your topic. So let's say that we are studying teenage pregnancy, and we can scroll now here and find or help to narrow down our search. So you can apply different search criteria, such as searching within the full text of articles. You can check for references. So this will make sure that whatever comes up has a list of references. You can search for full text, which you absolutely should do, because just clicking search at the top, so just plugging in teenage pregnancy and clicking search, will cause you to receive results from all sorts of areas. In particular, you want full text articles. So you want articles that you have access to and you can read the whole thing. When we don't put this, we're going to get abstracts and you won't be able to read the entire article. You definitely want the full text. You can select peer-reviewed journals. You can select within a specific publishing date. For our purposes, we are sticking to the 10-year time limit. So from 2020, well, we are 2021, so we would go as far back as 10 years before. We could plug that into the publishing date, or we could leave it as is and edit it once our search has been done. If you are looking for specific images or charts, you can include that. You can come down here and choose to select what kind of sources you want. So We, of course, want primary sources. You can select your language as well. We, of course, want to stick to English publications, and we want articles. So these are the limitations for each search engine. So each search engine has its own delimitations. You can choose to delimit each single search engine, but now the reason we're seeing all of the all of the databases, not search engines, all of the databases have delimitations. The reason we're seeing all of these search engines is because we, of course, clicked search all. Now, if you don't want to do this with everything, you can go ahead and click search, and I'm going to show you how we are going to delimit once we are in the results page. So here we are in the results page, and here we have our delimitations. See, we're limiting to full text, references available, peer-reviewed articles, and here you can edit the date. So it will update and it will only show you articles from a certain time period to now. We, of course, want to stay within the 10-year time limit. So we're going from 2010 to 2021. It is, of course, 11 years, but that's okay. You can stick to academic journals if you want to, and you can also scroll down and use these other options that are available. Now note that because we selected full text, only full text articles are showing up. We can see these full text, that these are full text articles because the option is here. Now, when you are searching through your list, you would do well to check out the abstract first. You can do so by hovering over this little icon here, and it will give you the basic information, including the abstract. When you are looking at an abstract, always read it thoroughly, and if it is something that you think will serve you, then you go ahead and click this article and read it. If you think that it's not an article that will not serve you, then you keep scrolling. So I have selected this article to show you all the other options we have. You can search from here by page. You can pull out the table of contents or the very simple overview of the various pages. You can print, you can download from here as well. If you go to the corner over here, you can send to your Google Drive, or you can print, or you can email. So let's say that we have found this article and we want to email this article to ourselves. We might, you don't edit this part, but you put in here your email address. So in my case, I would type my email address, your subject, and any comments that you want to include. This is particularly useful if, let's say, you're emailing this article to one of your group members. Once you've done that and filled that out, made sure that everything selected here is something you want, then you click send. We also have here the option of saving to folder. However, you have to be signed in. You create an account, of course, and you sign in. We can also see here citation or referencing formats. You will have to be careful, of course, because sometimes the referencing isn't entirely in APA, so you always have to double check it to make sure, but it is usually correct. So to get here, I clicked this little icon that says cite, and you can check out the various citations for various formats. We also have other options such as exporting down here and creating a link. Now, one of the things you definitely don't want to do is when you create your reference, sometimes we state retrieved from and we plug in this link. The Ebscohost links die right after you log out. So sending this specific link to anyone is not useful. So don't send this link up here. Instead, email it or download it or save it to your folder for future reference. Find another way to save it, of course, because this link will not be useful to you. So with that, we have our basic overview of how to do navigate, our Ebscohost.